So how long does an IRS audit last? Well, that depends. If they're auditing your individual returns and you don't have a business, you're probably looking at about 4 to 6 months, assuming you provide the documents to the IRS timely and all the questions are answered. In other words, your numbers on your return can be substantiated fairly simple. If you do have a business, whether it's a Schedule C business, which is also a sole proprietorship, or you have a corporation or other entities that you own that are flowing through to your individual return, you're looking at about 6 months to a year. Why is this going to be longer? Because with the business, you're having more records, you're having transactions, probably a lot more expenses if you have inventory. Those issues do take a lot of time, and you'll provide that information to IRS, and IRS is going to have to analyze it, and they're probably going to have a lot of questions, so there's going to be a lot more back and forth. But most important is that you provide the records timely and that you have somebody who's experienced, a tax attorney, analyze that. And if you have a CPA, I'd even recommend having the tax attorney work with your CPA, because there's a lot of legal issues that come up in every single audit. But approximate time frames, I would say 4 to 6 months for individual returns and 6 months to a year for business. It could last longer. Sometimes IRS only opens up 1 year for audit as a test year, and if they find some issues, then they're going to expand the audit to 2 additional years. If you have a return that was recently filed, for instance, if you just filed your 2022 return and you have an open audit, pretty certain the IRS is going to want to look at that return as well, because that's the most recently filed return. And if the problem exists in an earlier year, they can pretty much assume or presume that the issue will also arise in future years that you filed for returns. So hope this information was useful. I'm John Milikowsky, founder of Milikowsky Tax Law.